Welcome to Power Edge demo of RMH. In this video, I will attempt to give you an overview of what RMH is capable of, and at the end of the video, you'll see how easy and convenient the features are. Now, let's go ahead with our screen. First of all, we're going to log in with our default username and password. Everything was already pre-programmed and set up, and we have a demo database that we're going to be using. First of all, we can change the look and feel of our screen. You can see there. We can change the size. We can change the color. You'll see at the very top there, you'll see who is logged in on each terminal, which database is being used, and the version. Just beneath, there's that box where whenever you scan your item, for example that, you'll see a barcode coming in. Right now I have a touch screen. I don't have to use my mouse, but I choose to use my mouse so that you can see what's going on. Just below your bar, your ribbon, you'll see an icon with a shopping cart that will show you the transactions that you have on hold. This is the sale icon, and this is the icon that will allow you to align in ascending or descending order the items that you have. This is the items roll up icon that if it is turned on, then you will have your quantities of different items that you've scanned displayed only on one line. Now let's start at the bottom here, where you can see very bottom. You will notice that there is a keyboard, soft keyboard, that you can turn on, and you can touch it with if you have a touch screen, that is. Now, for just above that, you'll see a series of buttons replacing that of RMS. First of all, you have the items lookup button. Second, you have the customers lookup button. You can look up customers, you can add new customers. Then you have taxes that you can change. Next, transaction. That's for, if you want to tender a transaction, you either use your mouse or you have your touch screen. You can put a comment on the transaction. That is useful as well. Recall a transaction from hold or for return, or you can void a transaction here. This is also where you do a return sale, no sale as well. And here you can view your journal of transactions that you have been doing throughout the day, months, and so on. You can also preview a receipt just before you print it. Okay. You can also reprint a gift receipt if you want to. Sometimes that's useful as well. Now, next you'll have orders. Here you could do payments on layaways, look on order details, recall a quotation, a work order, or layaway, or back order. Again, these are done on the same button: quote, work order, layaway. It's very easy, very convenient. You can touch your buttons or use your mouse. Discounts, a whole lot of discounts have been added and easily accessed from the discounts button at the bottom of the screen. Operations button is a very easy button, very convenient, I should say, that allows you to log in and log out of your of your screen, of your register. Cash drop and payout can also be done there. And you also have batch, which is for entering opening amounts, closing amount, viewing an X report, printing it, as well as printing Z and ZZ reports. As you all know what these features are all about. Now, let's do one transaction. I can, like I told you before, either press the buttons on my screen for convenience, because my screen is touchscreen, or I can simply scan the item with my scanner, or I can do a lookup by using my mouse and pressing this button here. So let's go, and we're going to scroll down all the way down. We're just doing a lookup. You could type in a particular name that you want to. Let's say BAT. This is going to be like a item code description. You can type whatever you want in there, and that should show up. Now this SOP, I'm going to just select this SOP, and I'm not going to be using my mouse there. It's out of stock, so I'm going to press OK. And if you notice that the other one that we had coming up was already there, so I'm going to select action bar, and I'm going to delete it. Now this is the only item that I want. It is for $45, and the tax comes up to $3.33. Again, action there. The amount available in stock is -2, but we did go ahead and override that. We can also add more to the transaction screen. You can override whatever it is, and just for test, yeah. And that feature can also be turned on or turned off. Again, I simply press OK, or I could add a discount if I want to. So I'm just going to say OK there. I'm just going to go back, and I can add my discount. The percentage that I want is going to be 10. So here I have to say, okay, because this item is damaged or it is a promotional item, it's my reason codes that came up there, and I have to supply a reason code why I'm actually discounting the item. If I want to go ahead and close out, you'll see where I press on my screen there, or my mouse will show you F12. It's $130, so all I'm going to have to do is, if I'm using cash, debit card, or whatever method of payment, I'm going to put in, if you notice, sorry, the amount is being reduced there, and once I press my decimal point, then it will allow me to put in the rest of it there. Notice what happens there. It's all green now. I'm not owing anything on this transaction. So I press enter, and here it comes where it says it's completed. I say OK to close. However, there is another feature. If I want to have my receipt emailed to the customer, I could turn that on in the back office. However, let's look at the journal now and see what happens. Go to transactions, receipt, journal. This is the last receipt that happened. Right here and then, I could email this to John Brown at abc.com. Say OK, and I email my receipt right there as well. Now, this is very simple, very easy, very nice to use. Very nice, clean screen. Taxes, everything could be turned off there. At the end of the day, you do your batch. You could look up your customers. It's something that I want to show you right now. I could look up my customer there, and I could select my customer there and do my items all the transactions that I'm doing here right now is going to be for this particular customer. It's $200. Now I want to tender my sale. I want to tender my sale. I'm going to tender it by and charge on the account. It is for $200. All I'm going to do is select my account payment and say $200 there. I'm going to say OK. And here it comes up now. You already see your credit limit is that. That is set to so much. Available credit is set, is also displayed. And my $200, my due date, and everything can also be altered. Yeah. Status is active. Everything about that customer is also there. Application method, wherever you apply to the payment, it goes manually or to the OS by default. Press finish, and as you can see, all of that is applied to my customer. Right now, I can view a customer, and the customer that I just did, I think, was Mr. Jones. Okay, what I can do is apply payment to that customer's account. See that transaction, the last transaction that they did, I can apply. I can pay none, pay all. I can pay some. Look at the very top there. I'm just going to pay $100 from that. And all I simply do is say, OK. Now, it still is going to ask me what method am I paying by. Am I paying by cash, debit card, or whatever? I'm going to use my debit card. So right now I'm using my touch screen to simply say, type that in as easy as possible, and I close. I'm ready for another transaction. Simple and easy. I don't have any items on hold, any transaction on hold. I could do that though. Let's do that. Let's do a transaction on hold. If I want to put the transaction on hold, all I do is just go to all I simply do is go back to transaction there and say hold and say comment. Just a test. Okay, you say okay there. Transaction is on hold. Now I want to recall my transaction. How do I recall my transaction? I can recall my transaction from hold, or I simply go there, recall transaction from hold. Yeah, you'll see I have a few transactions that were on hold, and the last one says just a test. I'm going to select that one and add that one back to the screen. So here comes my transaction, and I can tender my sale right now. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is simply cash myself out, 215.00, enter, say OK. My drawer is kicked out and my receipt has been printed. So yes, very, very easy. Nothing to worry about. Retail management here has very cool features. It is a success of RMS. And it's much easier, much faster, and there are so many cool features. This was just an overview. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope it really calm your nerves and I give you a preview of what's to come. Okay, so enjoy.